and I'm looking and I see all the cows behind the house. Doggone it. And I'm going to see if I can do an old-fashioned cattle drive. This is epic. This is something that I've been dreaming of for many years since we moved down here. Look, there's one of the girls now. Look at this fence line. You just look down at every spot in between a T-post. Push and push and push until they finally get over there and do what they're supposed to do. Let's go, let's go! Hurry! Move, 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 move! We gotta go! Welcome to the ranch. You may be wondering what I'm doing today. Well, out here on the ranch and just homesteading in general, it's always a fun adventure. So let me tell you a little something about one of our bulls. We have one bull on property that does all the breeding. And the fun thing about a bull is he has one job. It's really important for this bull to do his job, and that is to get all the girls pregnant. Getting the girls pregnant is his only job, and man, he better do it or else he's not really worth much to us on our farm. Well, here on our pasture, we have some neighbors, and the neighbor decided to get a couple girls. And unfortunately, bulls don't care about what's in their way or what's not in their way. Every 20 days, a cow goes into estrus. What does that mean? What does it mean to go into estrus? That's basically mean that the female is starting to cycle. Every 20 days as this cow starts to cycle, that bull can smell it. And some of you may have seen a cow before where they kind of lift up their top lip and they start sniffing the air behind a cow, and that's what they're doing. And let me break this down a little bit too. Generally, we refer to beef, that's the processed part. Generally, we refer to that as a cow. Specifically, you have cows, that's the female, at a certain age and or has already had a calf, and we won't get into that right now. And then you have bulls. And so as I said, the bull has one particular job, and that's why you typically have one bull per herd or one for about 10 to 15, some people may put them with 20 females. Well, our boy, the way that we put him with our girls is we let him have a couple different ones throughout the year, and it keeps him from being bored. Well, the thing is that a really good bull can sense when the female's going in the heat, and he can get the job done on the first cycle, especially if you have good mamas, fertile mamas, ones that get pregnant very easily. And so our bull, Solomon, we've done another video. Check out the link down below to see more of that introduction to Solomon. Solomon is a great bull. He gets his job done, and he gets it done fast. And so now, what he does is he goes and finds other females. So as I mentioned, my neighbor went and purchased a couple females, some cows, and the moment that they dropped their calves, they were going to start that countdown, if you will, of when they were going to go in the cycle again. Well, a good bull knows when a cow is going to cycle. It can smell it, as I said earlier. And so, because he's such a good bull, he goes and he finds girls to get pregnant. Unfortunately, last night, late in the night, he decided to jump the fence. So now my bull is next door. So the interesting thing about a bull is that bulls are they're manly. They're really manly. They're like the manliest manly that you can think of. In other words, bulls aren't really afraid of much. They're not afraid of people. They're a little skeptical, they'll keep their distance, but there's only a couple things that will really get a bull to move. Now, some people like to use electric prods. We don't do that here at our ranch. What we use is what you saw me collecting in the beginning of the video. Cattle cubes are a must. Our cows are only fed grass except for when it comes time to controlling them. So cattle cubes is a must. The other thing that moves a bull is my buddy down here, Titus. Titus is a blue heeler, an ACD, an Australian cattle dog, and he will get that bull to move when I tell him to move him. Now I have him on a leash here because I have to go into the neighbor's property. But he's ready to work because that's what he does. He's a cattle dog, so he's going to make that bull move. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Titus, the dog, here, and we'll take the cattle cubes, and I'm going to see if I can do an old-fashioned cattle drive, a one-man cattle drive. And if it goes well, it's going to be awesome. If it doesn't work out, then you're probably going to be commenting below, why did you do it like that? So let's head in here and see what we can come up with. All right, Titus, you can stay here. Okay, so we're in the property now, and I'm looking and I see all the cows behind the house. Doggone it. So the thing is about Solomon is he actually got into the property. This family runs Longhorn, so it's always harder to deal with horned animals. So I'm hoping I can get him separated, and I think that the way we train them is we shake the bucket. I think that he'll come to this. Hopefully their cows are not trained the same way, or else we're going to have to find a way to separate the Longhorns from Solomon. Look, there he is. Look. He's like, come on guys, let me out. I've done my job. So if I do it right, he should follow me all the way out here. I won't even need the dog, which will be awesome. Come on, Solomon. Like I said, with bulls, they're not afraid of anything. Come on, buddy. All right, for safety's sake, I'm actually going to ask the camera guy. Well, never mind. He's going to follow him. Hey, look. One man cattle drive. Let's do this thing. Come on. Come on, Solomon. Come on. Hey, how many times have you ever had a dream of doing a cattle drive? I don't even have a horse. I don't have a horse. I don't need a horse. I got cattle cubes. Now the only thing is, then when we go around this corner, I'm hopeful that the dog doesn't scare him back. We'll walk right through here. Come on. Right through here. Luke. This is well-trained cattle. Now, everything is going according to plan right now. But I don't want to say something and watch him take off down the road. So as I mentioned, and Luke, if you can turn around, no, you can't see, never mind. Look, he likes the cattle cubes. As soon as these are like little treats. They're like, it's like candy for people. So he likes the cubes. We'll give him one every now and again. But dude, this is epic. This is something that I've been dreaming of for many years since we moved down here, was to be able to have properties where I could escort the cows across the street or down the road. And here we go. It wasn't on purpose. I would rather have had two pastures joined up where I had to walk them through, but this is the first time he's ever actually walked on asphalt. Now the thing is that Titus, he's locked up back there, and I'm glad, because cows typically move when you get behind and push them. So a cattle dog, that's what they do, is they get behind, and the the bulls, the cows don't want to be around. They don't want to be around that. So they roll out, they just take off. Well, with the treats, you got to get out in front and lead them because they want it. But see this, go check out the other video, by the way, about the bulls. This is why it's so important to be able to have good cattle, to have a good bull. Look, he wants to get back with his herd. Cattle are very social, and so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go through my parents' yard. They're my neighbors, and I'm going to go through my parents' yard, because it's a lot closer, and we'll put him right back where he belongs. And you can see, oh, Dad's out there. All the cows are out there, everybody's excited. They want Solomon back. This is why, while we're walking, let's talk about that for a second. It's critical to make sure you understand what it takes to run a herd. It's critical to understand the responsibilities of a rancher, to make sure that you know what your cows will do, also what your bulls will do. And so I knew that this would be an issue, and I was hoping to catch it ahead of time. But the reality is that when you run cattle, man, sometimes you run into things like this. But this is what makes it fun. You get to get out there, fix fences, because he did beat the fences up a little bit. And look at all this. He got all these girls pregnant for me, so he's done his job. So this is great. So I'm going to take these cues. Hold on, Dad. Hold on, Dad. Hold on. And I'm going to take it to get all the girls back. Now, that was, oh shoot. We got to get him. I threw it too early. Hold on. We got to get some cues and get him around here. Come on, Simon. Come on. Come on.
Behind you.
Close that up, they'll come out. Here, Rose. There you go. A one-man cattle drive. How awesome is that, right? Down the road. I mean, I can't be any more excited about that. But it's critical, as I said earlier, it is critical to understand the roles and responsibility of taking care of a herd. You can't just throw cows out there and hope for the best. It's important for a rancher to know what is going on with the herd, to work with the herd so that they feel comfortable coming up to you like you see here. You don't have to make them pets, but you need to be able to control them to do what you want them to do. And so this is why, and check out the links for this video too, why it's important to make sure you have good herd mates. Because if you don't, they have to go, or else you won't be able to do things like that. So I tell you what, I really appreciate you joining us on this journey of a one-man cattle drive down the road. So excited about that. But thank you so much for joining in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that notification bell. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, subscriptions don't cost you a thing, but it does help us. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, hey, who likes good, well-behaved bulls? Farmers do. Peace! What's up? That's it right there. It's like the mannequin challenge. You're not even moving, getting a little booty scratch. Well, that was a good boy, Titus. You did a great job.
Hey guys, today we're back on the ranch. This is the daily ranch vlog. Here with Titus, my man Toots. You know, we just picked up the cow. Hashtag no problems. Hashtag 2021. No problems, got him back without Titus needing to even break a sweat, even out in this scorcher of a summer. You know, just use the cattle cubes and kind of walk them back. Hashtag Solomon's a goat. Peace.
That's some good commentary right there. I'm gonna have to get you to start doing the intros.